Honda just dropped a brand new CB100F in 2025, and let's be honest, if this bike were any cooler, it'd need sunglasses and a leather jacket. What's up, fellow throttle junkies? Welcome back to Biker's Choice, the place where the smell of burnt rubber and high-octane dreams keeps us alive. Today, we're revving things up with a fresh beast from Honda's garage, the all-new Honda CB100F launching in 2025. Yep, Honda decided to stir the pot this year and throw a street fighter into the mix that's got enough attitude to make a Ducati blush. So, is this new CB100F the bike we've been waiting for, or is it just a flashy distraction? Let's dive in and find out, and trust me, you're gonna want to stick around for this one. Honda's CB legacy. Before we geek out over the 2025 CB100F, let's take a second to appreciate where this legend came from. The Honda CB lineup has been around longer than your uncle's bad biker tattoos. It started way back in the 60s and quickly became the poster child for reliable, no-nonsense performance. Over the years, Honda gave us classics like the CB750, the original superbike, and the CB1000R, a street fighter that punches harder than your gym bro after pre-workout. Now, 2025 brings us the CB100F, a machine that promises raw, unfiltered fun. But is it worthy of the CB badge? Let's find out. The heart of the beast, engine and performance. Let's talk power, because let's be real, that's why we're here. The CB100F comes packed with a 999 cubic centimeters inline-4 engine that sounds like it's gargling lightning bolts. Honda's been tight-lipped about the exact horsepower figures, but rumor has it we're looking at around 140 to 150 horsepower. That's enough grunt to make your cheeks flap in the wind like you're skydiving. Expect around 100 Newton meters, which means this bike isn't just fast, it's punchy. Twist the throttle, and you'll be launching off the line like you're trying to outrun your ex's drama. The engine's been tweaked for better mid-range power, too, so whether you're slicing through city traffic or hitting the highway, the CB100F promises a sweet balance of power and control. Design, modern muscle with classic vibes. Okay, let's talk about how this thing looks, because looks do matter, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. The CB100F blends aggressive street fighter vibes with a sprinkle of retro charm. It's got a muscular fuel tank, sharp tail section, and a round LED headlight, a nod to the old-school CBS, but with a futuristic twist. It's like Honda looked at the CB1000R and said, let's make this thing meaner and angrier. The exposed frame and minimalist bodywork scream performance, while the dual-tone paint options give it that premium feel. It's the kind of bike that makes people stare at the traffic lights, and not just because they are jealous of your helmet. Tech and features. Honda didn't just slap a big engine into a pretty frame and call it a day. The CB100F comes packed with enough tech to make your smartwatch feel outdated. Ride-by-wire throttle, smoother, more precise power delivery. No jerky nonsense. Multiple ride modes, sport, street, and rain, because sometimes the weather sucks. Traction control, to save you when your ego writes checks your skills can't cash. Quick shifter, for those clutchless upshifts that make you feel like a MotoGP rider. TFT display, bright, clear, and loaded with info. It's like having a dashboard straight out of a sci-fi movie. Oh, and let's not forget Bluetooth connectivity, because apparently, even bikes need to pair with your phone now. Take calls, play music, or ignore everyone your call. Handling and ride comfort. The CB100F isn't just about brute force, it's designed to handle like a dream, too. Honda's fitted this beast with an updated steel frame, inverted front forks, and adjustable rear suspension. Whether you're carving corners or just pretending you're in a fast and furious chase scene, the CB100F stays planted and confident. It's got a more upright riding position than the CB1000R, too, so you can ride longer without feeling like a pretzel. Honda clearly wanted this bike to be an everyday street fighter, not just a weekend warrior. The price tag, worth it or wallet killer? Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. How much is this beauty gonna cost? Honda hasn't officially dropped the price yet, but industry whispers suggest it'll land somewhere around $13,000 to $14,000 USD. Not exactly cheap, but considering the power, tech, and styling you're getting, it's a solid deal for a bike that's ready to dominate the streets. Final verdict. So, should you grab the Honda CB100F 2025? If you're looking for a bike that's fast, aggressive, packed with tech, and looks like it wants to pick a fight with the nearest Ducati, then absolutely. This isn't just a street fighter, it's a statement. Honda's thrown everything at this bike, and it feels like they are aiming to steal the spotlight from the usual suspects: Triumph's Speed Triple, KTM's Duke 1290, and Yamaha's MT-10. The CB100F isn't here to play nice, it's here to own the streets. That's it for today's deep dive into Honda's latest street brawling masterpiece. If you're drooling over the CB100F like I am, smash that like button and subscribe to Biker's Choice, because we've got more bike breakdowns, reviews, and two-wheeled chaos coming your way. And hey, let me know in the comments, would you pick the CB100F, or is there another street fighter that steals your heart? Stay fast, stay loud, and as always, ride safe. Honda just dropped the CMX850 Rebel V3, and let me tell you, if freedom had a sound, it would probably be this bike's exhaust note. What's up, fellow riders? Welcome back to Biker's Choice, the only place where we believe life's too short for slow bikes and quiet exhausts. Today, we are talking about Honda's latest bad boy, the CMX850 Rebel V3, launching fresh in 2025. If you've ever wanted a cruiser that blends power, style, and rebellious attitude and won't make your wallet cry, then buckle up, or, well, helmet on, because this might just be your next dream bike. Let's dive into this beast and see if Honda's really cooked up a true rebel, or just a cruiser with an identity crisis. The Rebel legacy. Before we get into the 2025 model, let's take a quick pit stop down memory lane. The Honda Rebel line has been around since the 80s, back when mullets were cool and motorcycles didn't need traction control, or maybe they did, but riders didn't care. The Rebel started life as an affordable, beginner-friendly cruiser. Over the years, though, Honda gave it a serious glow-up, especially with the CMX500 and CMX1100 models. Now, Honda's aiming straight at that sweet middle ground and rides the CMX850 Rebel V3. It's like the Goldilocks of cruisers, not too small, not too big, just right. Engine and performance, punchier than your morning coffee. Let's get to the heart of this bad boy, the engine. Honda dropped a brand new 850 cubic centimeters parallel twin into this Rebel, tuned for torque and low-end grunt. We are talking around 80 horsepower and 75 newton meters of torque, numbers that'll make your heart race faster than when you see blue lights in the rearview mirror. The power delivery. Smooth as butter, but punchy enough to remind you this ain't a toy. Twist that throttle, and the CMX850 surges forward like it's late for a bar fight. Whether you're cruising through town or hitting the open road, this engine's got pull for days. And the exhaust note. Oh man, Honda finally gave the Rebel the angry growl it deserves. It's not obnoxiously loud, sorry, Harley fans, but it's got that deep, throaty rumble that makes people turn their heads. Design, a Rebel with a cause. Let's be honest, cruisers are about attitude, and the CMX850 V3, it's dripping with it. Honda kept that minimalist, bobber-inspired look from the previous Rebels but gave it some extra muscle. The tank is beefier, the frame is cleaner, and the rear fender hugs the fat tire like it's afraid to let go. The headlights are modern LED setup, but it still gives off those old-school vibes. It's like Honda figured out how to make retro look futuristic, and somehow it works. You get two style options: matte black, for those who like their bikes like their coffee; pearl crimson red, because sometimes you gotta let the world know you're coming. The CMX850 Rebel V3 looks like it skipped leg day but hit upper body twice, lean, mean, and built to intimidate. Tech and features. Now, I know what you're thinking, cruisers are supposed to be simple, right? Well, Honda said, nah, let's load it up anyway. Ride modes, standard, sport, and rain. Sport mode basically turns it into a middleweight street fighter in disguise. Honda Selectable Torque Control, HSTC, fancy words for traction control, so you don't end up hugging a lamppost. Assist and slipper clutch, smooth downshifts, even if you forget you're not Marc Marquez. Full color TFT display, it's clean, bright, and Bluetooth ready, so you can jam to your favorite tunes while cruising. Oh, and did I mention cruise control? Yeah, Honda finally threw it in. Long rides just got way more comfortable. Handling and comfort. The CMX850 isn't just about looking good and sounding mean, it rides like a dream too. Honda's dialed in the suspension with 41mm telescopic forks up front and dual rear shocks that actually soak up bumps instead of rattling your spine. The riding position is relaxed, feet slightly forward, bars within easy reach, perfect for those long, lazy rides. It's nimble enough to handle city streets without feeling like you're steering a boat, but stable enough to cruise highways without getting tossed around. Basically, it's got the chill of a cruiser with a sneaky dose of sporty DNA. The price, worth it or wishful thinking? Alright, let's talk numbers, because, let's face it, that matters. Honda hasn't officially dropped the price yet, but word on the street is we're looking at around $9,500 to $10,500 USD. For a mid-sized cruiser with this much style, tech, and performance, that's a steal. It slots right between the smaller Rebel 500 and the beefier Rebel 1100, making it the perfect middleweight cruiser for riders who want more power without breaking the bank. Final verdict, is the CMX850 Rebel V3 a game changer? So, should you buy the Honda CMX850 Rebel V3? If you're after a cruiser that looks badass, sounds mean, and rides like a dream without paying Harley prices, then heck yeah, this might just be your bike. It's got enough power to keep experienced riders grinning, but it's still forgiving enough for newer bikers to handle. Honda really nailed the balance here, a modern cruiser with old-school soul. That's a wrap, riders. If you're hyped about the CMX850 Rebel V3, or if you're still deciding between this and another cruiser, hit that like button and subscribe to Biker's Choice. We've got more bike breakdowns, reviews, and moto madness on the way. And hey, drop a comment below, would you pick the CMX850 Rebel V3, or is there another cruiser stealing your heart? Ride free, ride loud, and remember, it's not about the destination, it's about how loud you get there.